guys, we are raining. We have rain, rain, rain. Make sure you take your keep cups down when you get your coffee, guys. Oh yeah, that's some vegetable broth, like, you know, instead of using bone broth, because I've been using that in some things lately. And check out my like cabinet now. This is like my homemade whipped body butter that I made. I'm gonna do another video of that another time because I have so much now, but I made that yesterday. That's another one of my facial things that's just pure neroli oil, tea tree oil, anti-fungal, antibacterial, or antimicrobial. My new shaver from Beard and Blade, I did a previous video about that with my new goodies that I got from them because I'm zero waste shaving. And if you want a chemical-free way to clean your shower screen, you just put biodegradable dishwashing detergent on a cotton rag or Castile soap and give it a wipe down. It actually works a hell of a lot better than all the really harsh chemical chlorine and bleach cleaners. Check it out! We have yay! To my bathroom. Sorry if I am echoing because we are in my bathroom and I do have a mic, but you know what, sometimes it might just echo a little bit because I have switched to zero packaging or just in a paper pack soap instead of liquid soaps, and even my shampoo and conditioner will be going to zero waste soap as well. I do notice a bit more build up in the shower, which I've just showed you how to clean it. Now, to clean your floors chemical free, all you need is this apple cider vinegar. I like apple cider vinegar because it comes in a glass jar, not a plastic bottle like white vinegar. You can dilute some down in some water into a spray gun. Literally just spray your floor and then go along with your towel or with a rag or with your mop and just like dry it off. Really super easy. Apple cider vinegar in a spray can or by itself, but it's just easier with a spray. If you're using a natural oil treatment for your hair, such as like the one I just showed you how I made it, apple cider vinegar, if you spray it into your hair, remove any oily residue. It's also really, really good for your body. If you drink apple cider vinegar every day, it's really good for your blood and for your heart. It also lowers the glycemic index of fruit and vegetables. It's like apple cider vinegar is like an essential in your cupboard that you will need for many, 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 many things. Even if you don't like the taste of it, you can use it for like, you know, cleaning purposes because it is antimicrobial. Oh yeah, and this is my watering can. So to use less toilet paper, I do have a little spritz off, a little rinse, instead of using too much toilet paper, FYI. You can consider it like a bidet. Just soak the jars in some boiling water and the label will then peel off, and put some dishwashing liquid or something else, Jif, in there, and that will remove any odors from what has been inside your jars. As promised, I am going to do a little Q&A, but keeping in mind, guys, that a lot of the questions you've been asking me are not exactly YouTube appropriate or Instagram appropriate. So I'm unfortunately unable to answer those questions in YouTube because my YouTube is rated PG or M, but I will answer those ones that are within that category. As far as the other questions go, feel free to hit up my OnlyFans where I'm able to answer things in a much more descriptive nature. But I will just say that I get asked a lot is if still, and like no matter how many times I answer this question in other Q&As, is like why I left adult film. And I'm just taking my life down a different journey now. Like I have different things going on, and you know, I can't be in two places at the one time, and so that's pretty much it, right? So in order to answer your question, it's not because of anything bad or like nothing like that. It's just that I can't physically be in two places at the one time. I can't do my uni that I need to do here in order to be able to work here, because it will be recognized in Australia while I'm overseas, and I don't shoot in Australia because I don't shoot in Australia, right? So I can't be in two places at the one time, which is why I made this decision to move on. Very interesting question. Do you think it's a good idea for Sydney to extend nightclub beyond midnight, just like the old days? Absolutely, yes. I remember when the lockout laws came in, and I was thinking to myself, and I actually still think to myself that, like, you know, if you go to LA and stuff, like the whole club shuts at 2 a.m., right? So, you know, as we have kind of like adopted this thing of you don't even go out to the club until like 12 midnight. But people don't like to accept change. So when that change came into effect, people just like, even to this day, do not accept that change. A lot of people lost their jobs within bars and nightclubs, like DJs and promoters, and a lot of venues shut down. So like a lot of people lost their secondary incomes because they'd have day jobs, and that would be like their backup income, or even just a primary income of businesses shut down. But this was also influenced by the liquor licensing laws. It wasn't exactly and solely to do with the lockout laws. In saying that though, New South Wales and Sydney did become like a nanny city in comparison to Melbourne, which appealed the lockout law decision and as a thriving nightlife. A lot of people, you know, tourists in here, they're like, what am I going to do at nighttime? They still want to go out and mingle or drink or whatever they do. So yeah, it affected us as a whole city in relation to tourism and economy and everything like that. Did it affect violence? No, all it did was move out to the other suburbs, pretty much. I was actually working as a dancer in King's Cross during the lockout law period for a brief time. And you know what, we just used to sneak customers, like, I can say this because that club is no longer here. I'm not even going to say which one. But we used to like sneak customers like up the stairs into another room which had no cameras or anything, because they could drink whatever they want up there. Like from midnight there was like no shots or like no alcohol or something absolutely absurd. And even like new people that wanted to come in after like the lockout law time would just be like, okay, quick, and then up the side stairs. So like people were doing it, but like illegally, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, get a grip. We turned into a nanny state, and we don't need to be a nanny state. Like, wake up. As far as the violence goes, that's got to do with alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. I don't like to be around drunk people. I just don't like it. And that had nothing to do with the time in which you can go. If people want to stay out all night, people want to stay out all night. What happened then too is a lot of hotels were getting booked for parties and stuff, which caused like a big disturbance. I know, I'm in a hotel and I've got some people partying next door to me and I want to sleep, I'm going to be pissed off. It's like, go to a nightclub, dudes or girls or whatever you are. Like, don't party in a hotel room. There are other people like sleeping. So I totally 100% yes, those lockout laws need to go. They're like, come on guys, like seriously. And if you're a person, you buy a house or an apartment or whatever near like a nightclub district, deal with the noise. You brought it right there. Like, I have an apartment, it's right near nightclubs and whatever. And do I complain about the noise? No, because one, I like noise, and two, I knew what I was getting myself into when I got it. My qualifications, another very interesting fact. I'm a certified personal trainer. I have studied a Bachelor of Health Science with a nutritional medicine major, and I have done a year in law school, but now I've moved on to another degree that is business related, but not law. Do you have great memories of Perth? I have amazing memories from my home state, and I would move back home in a heartbeat. And I guess it's only people from WA that can really understand what WA life is like. It is like amazing, and there is nowhere else here that is like it because Australia is so diverse. If it wasn't for that lengthy flight, like WA, Perth is the most isolated city in the whole entire world, and WA is just so far away that I honestly can't do that flight so often, like at least twice a month. It's too far away. But do I miss home? Yeah, I miss home a lot. Like, I miss WA very much so, and I have great memories there, and I love going home. Do I like wearing pantyhose and stockings? Sometimes. I actually don't really like to wear the full ones that go all the way up. I like to wear stay-ups because like it just feels like super uncomfortable, like all the way up and whatever, but I like to wear stay-up stockings, especially in winter to keep my legs nice and warm, or if I take a flight, I wear the compression one so that I don't swell up. And then once you've finished with your pantyhose, what you do is you put a soap bar into the pantyhose, and then you can stick them inside your drawer or your cupboard or your wardrobe, and it acts as like a deodorizer and makes all your clothes smell really, really beautiful. And last but not least, who inspired me in my youth? It was always athletes and it was always swimmers. I was a swimmer, and all my poster people like up on my walls was Olympic swimmers. All of them, and always Australian Olympic swimmers. They were like my ultimate look up to because that was what I inspired to be like. So anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you like this video and you would like to see more, I do have a lot more coming up in regards to sustainability and me switching from, you know, being wasteful and what I thought I actually was good with my recycling and everything, but I've gone more into zero waste. So if you want to see more about what I have coming up, please remember to give me the subscribe as well as the bell notification and the thumbs up if you really like this video. Ciao.